Hey, I guess you're here for another Greg's Media tutorial, and this time it's muzzle flares, I guess. So let's hop on that shit, fools. Sorry. How awkward would it be if the police came to the door and I'm just like, yeah, hey, how's it going? Yeah, that'd be awkward. Okay, so muzzle flare tutorials. Basically just do a couple practice shots, and this is going to look really stupid for the blank thing, but you know, we all look stupid when the video is just clipped together, no effects. I'll show you some of that. See, really, really stupid, and you have to resist going bang, bang, because your lips move, and yeah, you look really stupid. But yeah, let's carry on with that. You don't want to have too much recoil when you're actually filming it. You want to have just the right amount. You don't want to go, because then you look like a complete idiot. Idiot. So yeah, just don't want to just do that because I look like a child. But yeah, just go easy. It's going to be like somebody hitting the gun like that, just a little bit more. If you know what I'm saying, I just don't want to break the gun. But yeah, it's going to... You should be fine. Okay, let's just get to editing, you know, because we're wasting your time here. Split the clip, so Control-Shift-D to try and split it, or you can use Alt and then one of like the square looking bracket keys, and they like kind of just chop up the video instantly. But you know, I have to do it this way in this tutorial because my screen recording software won't allow me to do it any other way. So yeah, edit, split clip, delete, and then boom, you got it for one frame. Or Alt, and then one of those square bracket keys, just under the plus and minus. Like so. So now you'll see it's on for one frame, and it's not in the right place, and it's still got a black background, which isn't really good, is it? I mean, come on, Greg. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change the transfer mode to either screen or add. I prefer add just because it brightens up the image, but you know, screen will do. If Freddie Wong says screen, I say add. I think add just makes things look better. You'll see that the clip is, like, the muzzle flare is round the wrong way. You know, you kind of want to make that the other way around. You want like the bulkier end of the clip, like the little picture, to be, yeah, like this. You want it to be where the gun is. So it's like the bullets went through the flame and come out the other end, and it's kind of taking some of it with it. So it's kind of like, yeah, you get my point. It's got to look like that. The bulkier end where the gun is. And it should be roughly the same size as the gun. Here in the old video I kind of tried to explain why you would do it this way. Do the flare that way, but you'll see me like sizing it up with the same size of the gun, because a pistol flare should be maybe a little bit bigger than the gun, but you know, I do it roughly the same size. Looks alright. And you'll see it looks alright. Okay, and that's the tutorial over. See you later. This was a Greg's Media video, and good night. Yeah, no, it's not complete yet. But for the most part, this looks pretty cool, to be honest. It works if you're just starting out. To make the gun look like it's, like, the recoil look a little bit heavier, you want to maybe split the clip where the gun's going back, and slide it back one frame, and cut off that one frame. So you're essentially just creating a gap. You're taking out one frame, really. You're just... so it looks like it's hitting, the muzzle flare is putting a lot of impact into the gun. Sorry, that was me clapping my hands as if it was like putting more effort into the... never mind. But yeah, just position your flare where it should be, and you should be okay. Trying to remember what I said for this bit. Oh yeah, right. Okay, we take the smoke element and you can place it underneath, but you'll see that the smoke element is black as well. And what do we do when we want to change it so it's transparent? No. No, we put on screen, okay? You put on screen, not add. But, that's just because we don't want to brighten up the background. And anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm pretty much placing it where I want the smoke puff to start. I'm kind of just tweaking where the smoke clip starts and stuff. You'll see me clicking on screen here. Not add, because it just kind of brightens up the background a bit. I'll show you that here. See, it kind of brightens out, which doesn't look too real, because smoke doesn't brighten up the background. And you want to just kind of place it where you would, and then rotate it around so it's like going away from the gun, because the smoke would kind of just sort of poofed away. And then you'd want to scale it down after this. Now when you scale it down, you want to make sure that you position it in the right place. I think I scale it down a bit more because it just looks too big, like here. I would scale it down a bit more, yeah. Make it 50% if you're using this clip, and it depends on the kind of shot you've got. But also if you're scaling things down, you want to speed them up. Just because it doesn't look right if they're small and then it's going really slow. So don't enable time remapping, because we don't need to get really in depth with the time changing. You will go into time stretch. Now 200% makes it longer. Obviously, the higher the number, the longer the clip is. The lower the number you go, the faster the clip will be. So 50% looks alright for here, which is obviously half the speed. Makes it 2 seconds long, so it tells you how long the original clip is before you change anything, and then it tells you how long it'll be when you change the number. And here I'm just sort of tweaking what I've already done. So I show you like this, and we don't want to make it so that it's when it's starting to form the smoke. We want it to do it when it's one frame after, just so it looks like it's already been smoking or whatever, just so it's more open. I just think that makes it look better, to be honest. Now if we solo this by itself, you'll see that there's some brown background image on the muzzle flare. And this is just because the background isn't actually true black. I tried to see if it would let you show the actual image in different transfer modes, but it doesn't if it's soloed. So just bear with me a sec. But you'll see that what I'm doing here is going on to levels, and levels basically creates contrast, or allows you to change the contrast in an image. So by bringing in the left hand side, it makes it look a bit darker. So what we're doing is just getting rid of the brown colour. I suppose we could have done it a couple of different ways, but I think this way's better. You don't want to push it too much, otherwise you'll lose some of the detail in it. So you want to do it just a little bit, just so it's getting rid of the brown. And then we just change it back to screen or add or whatever transfer mode you want to use. But you'll see that the image is kinda too detailed around the edge. So what we would want to do is probably duplicate the image and add a glow. So see if I do that in a sec. Sorry, I just trying to remember what I said. Yeah, so I duplicated it and I put one underneath, and then what you do is you go to your effects panel and change it, like type in glow, and then just scroll down, look for stylized glow, and you just change with the settings until you get right. But make sure your glow file or your glow muzzle flare is underneath the one that hasn't got any glow on it, if that makes sense. So what we've done is we soloed it just so we could work on it alone, and you can see it without and with the glow on. So just change the settings and you can see that it makes it brighter and darker and stuff. I don't really know how to explain this, but you just like make sure it fits your scene properly and looks the way you want it to look. You just tweak with the settings until you get what you want. You also lower the opacity. Lowering the opacity on some elements makes it actually look better. You might not think it at the time, but it really helps. Now you'll see that our image has still got a lot of detail. Our top layer has still got a lot of detail. So what you could do is hold on. Do I do it yet? Yeah, this is a part in the video where I'm like explaining that it's still got a lot of detail around it, blah blah. And what you can do is just go to typing Gaussian blur. I think it's Gaussian blur. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I've never really bothered to check. Or Gaussian chicken blur, as I like to call it. But don't, because you just sound like an idiot. Okay, I'm trying to inject some humor here. It's not working. Be quiet, Greg. Okay. So yeah, just tweak with the blur until you get it just quite what you want. You don't want to blow it out too much, but you want to get it kind of roughly where it looks like it's part of the scene. You don't want to be too crisp because you're not really going to see a muzzle flare for too long. If you watch the Grand Theft Auto video, you'll see that I really just kind of made them blurry because it was at night and stuff, and so yeah. You could also change the color of the the glow, just to try and make it fit your scene, but I think just leaving it with the original colors makes it work better just because it's from the image that it's getting its colors from. So yeah, it looks pretty good around about here. I mean, you could go ahead and just use that. I didn't know. What I did when I started out was just put the image in, change the transfer mode, boom, done. Which looked terrible. So what you want to add now to make it look like the muzzle flare is part of the scene and affecting stuff is make a glow on the background image. So take your footage of you shooting or whatever, duplicate it, and change the transfer mode to add. Now you're probably gonna think, Greg, what are you doing? I'm not making a muzzle flare out of my image. No, you're not. You're right. You're making a nuclear bomb go off. No, I'm just kidding. What you're doing is you're just adding a like there's light coming from the muzzle flare. So go get the mask tool and just create a mask right around the bits that would have a glow on it. Then you can obviously change the position of your points, and and how you get the pen tool is just go up to where it says pen tool or press G, which I normally do, and then just start making some shapes. So you can make one on the back wall here because there'd be some light there. There'd be some on the sofa over the cat. And then some on this wall next to the family photo from 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And then what to do is press V or whatever, just go back to the arrow tool and just start tweaking your shapes if need be. I needed to do this because I do my mask pretty quick and then just need to tweak them. So now that if right, to edit these mask layers or these glow layers or environmental layers, double click M on your keyboard, M, and then just start tweaking the layers. As you can see here, I'm tweaking the mask layer on my body because that's mask 1, the first mask I made. You don't want to go too OTT with the feathering, but just make sure it doesn't go onto the back of the image or over spills, and just make it look right to fit your scene. So the feather and expansion really helps to do this. Feathering makes it kind of not so harsh edged, and expansion brings in the mask and grows the mask. So negative number pulls it, shrinks it, and then vice versa. And you want it to make the wall mask really, really feathered, a lot, because it's not going to be harsh on a wall. It's going to be really, how can I put this? It's not going to be detailed at all. So you want to really blow it out. Also the one on the sofa, but not as much. And you don't want to make it as bright, I don't think. And it's pretty much the same for the other wall. It's because this wall's kind of lighter, you might want to make it a little bit darker than the other wall, and just so it's not blowing it out completely. Now you can see the glow on and off, just to prove that something has changed. Now what you do, just close that down so it's not really making a big mess for you. And now you'll see, because we split the clip, that it just goes sort of, looks like it's on just now and it's on permanently. But don't worry, it's because we split the clip that there's like nothing behind it, like see? But sometimes you won't need to split the clip. The reason it split the clip, remember, is because we've made it look like the recoil's a bit harder. But if we didn't do that, it would stay on all the time. So what you want to do is press T in a second, I think. Yeah, press T and then click the little stopwatch. This is going to make your keyframes editable. What you would do is go one keyframe behind, or one frame behind, and then lower the opacity right to 0, all the way down. So then when we go one frame forward, it glows there. And then go 2 frames ahead of where the muzzle flare is, by pressing page down or scrolling along, and put that all the way down. This way it looks like it comes on instantly and the phone's ringing. And I'll wait. Okay, so yeah, you don't want the opacity to be over the top, really. I mean, because this is a light scene, it's going to be a little bit too bright if we put it 100%. That's why I put it 50 in this shot. And you can fade it out over 2 frames, or you can just fade it over 1 frame. But, like, it looks cool if you do 2 frames, I think. So it snaps on with 1 frame, out with 2 frames. Don't make it, if it's going to be a dark scene that you're shooting in, like in the Grand Theft Auto video, it's best to have it like at 100% for environmental glow, just to make it look like the muzzle flare is lighting the scene. But if it's a bright scene already, like daytime, then yeah, just have it a little bit lower. As you can see here, it kind of fades, comes on quickly, fades off. So it's looking pretty good already, I think. There's certainly nothing wrong with it. But yeah, if you just practice this and watch other people's muzzle flare tutorials, I'm sure you'll get there eventually. I still look at muzzle flare tutorials today just to see if I'm doing it right, just to see if there's any extra things I can do just to make it look that little bit more crisp. Well, that was 18 minutes of my life again. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you need anywhere to get like muzzle flare elements or any action elements, just like look on videocopilot.net. They do a bunch of like products that just help sell movie stuff, like action movies. For action movies, there's Action Essentials, and 2. They have the muzzle flares, the fire and stuff, and that costs you maybe like $100. And if you look on NCCinema, they do like muzzle flares and all like pretty much the same stuff for like $75 or something. So it's like, and they don't do HD footage, but I think their footage looks better because it's not HD, so it fits in with the scene, looks like gritty and stuff. But if you wanted to go on videocopilot.net and get their HD stuff, I think that would really help you out. I have it, and there's a heap of elements. But the No Control Cinema is definitely good for the price. You get a lot, and I mean like heaps in there. But yeah, just go on Corridor Digital's tutorial video on how to do muzzle flares, and they give you some free muzzle flare elements and smoke elements that you can use in your own videos. They show you how to, make it transparent and stuff, but I don't think it really changes much compared to my video. So have fun, bro. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's pretty standard for any Greg's Media video like this effect, but yeah, just practice makes perfect. In my case, it hasn't made perfect yet because I just can't get it. But it works. You get, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So check out some other tutorials. They'll be here. Check out Gauld, my friend Fraser Gauld's video. He's started to do vlogs and stuff now, so check out that. Check out the Grand Theft Auto video. It'll be somewhere. I'm not gonna put a little thumbnail because frame will be filled and I can't really see what I'm filming right now. I just don't have a. Never mind. Just tutorials. Friend Fraser Gauld's video, Gauld Productions. Subscribe to him. Watch the Greg's Media Grand Theft Auto video. Do it. If you want a part 2, comment below and stuff. Share it to your friends. Nothing's gonna kill this video like a long outro. I'm just gonna cut. What? You want to go? Oh.